Good morning, guys. Happy Friday.
Morning.
We're off for our appointment as usual. It's 23 minutes via Lakeshore. And then Lakeshore back to Garner. Anyway, we're off our appointment, and guys, guess what? Just like I said last night, I got sick. I told you guys I wasn't feeling like
just
myself.
Like you said.
Because I told, when I was saying goodnight yesterday, I was like, I haven't been feeling like myself, like I'm on the verge of a crisis. And I was on the verge. So that hit yesterday after we said goodnight to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I was fine, and then as soon as I laid down in bed, and it came. And it was really weird because it came, it was funny because it was slow but very fast. Like I felt like, I was like, ooh, my neck feels like it's starting to hurt. And then I was like, ooh, my back. And I was like, you know what? This is going to be bad. I'm going to take a morphine. And the second I got, I took the morphine, and then it just spread everywhere.
You were already in pain when you took the morphine. It didn't,
So I got out of bed because I had to pee.
Yeah.
And this was, 2 minutes after I took morphine, if even. I went to go pee, and then went back to bed to lay down. And as I laid down, the pain just shot everywhere. And I was like, nope, that's not working. So I sat down on the bed, and it was much better, which has never happened to me before. I was like, okay, but it was still there was still pain. So whatever, I just sat on the bed, and I was kind of just rocking myself a little bit, and then I was like, let me try standing. And I stood, and it was like the pain, I don't want to say disappeared, but it went down significantly.
Much less,
yeah. So I found myself standing in our bedroom for an hour.
Just kind of rocking.
Yeah.
Just like, what are you doing?
And I was just so tired. I wanted to lay down, and I was like, I can't lay down because it just hurts so much.
And even sit, so we have the rocking chair that you guys saw in the nursery. So I was like, try sitting there. Like, that's at least a comfortable place to sit down, and maybe you can just kind of doze a little. No. Yeah, no, that did not help. So I just pretty much stood until the morphine took effect. So when it took effect, I was like, Dave was like, try laying down on your left side instead of your right side. So I got into bed and I laid down my left side, and it hurt. But I was just powering through because I was like, I really need to lay down. Like, I am so sleepy and tired. So I just tried to power through the pain until I could fall asleep, and I was able to, thankfully. So fell asleep, and I woke up better.
And I woke up every hour and a half. Yeah. And here was the crazy thing, guys. I don't know if baby felt the distress as well or not, because every time I woke up, he was awake. He was awake pretty much the entire night with me. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's he's usually awake, but I don't feel it because I'm usually sleeping. Or if it was...
If he's just checking on Mommy. Yeah. He's like, Mommy, are you doing okay? You shouldn't be up at this hour.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, but he was kicking something fierce all night. Which was kind of good, because then it made me feel, comfortable that he was all right in there. But it was a rough night. It's very tired.
It's an interesting thing, and I don't want to say that we're the only ones who've been through this or anything like that, but it's just the concept of the doctor says, if you're in pain, take morphine. And that's something that's very hard to convince yourself that that's okay to do, because you're just how, when pregnant, I mean, and it's just how is that okay for the baby? But they're just no, it's okay.
And what I find crazy is that morphine is better than Advil for the baby. I'm just I don't get that. Yeah. And I know it's the ingredients, obviously, because Advil is more of a, what is it, clotter?
It's it's anti-inflammatory, isn't it?
I don't know. Yeah. But it does something to the blood that morphine doesn't.
Okay.
And that's why it's no good for babies, because then it could affect the placenta and umbilical cord and all that. Yeah. So Advil is an absolute don't even touch it with a 10-foot pole. Which is crazy.
I don't think it's that bad. But
It actually is.
you don't have to. You can touch it with a 10-foot pole. I mean, though.
But anyways, that's how the night went. So I'm at least grateful that we're gonna get to see the baby. They wanted me to go to the hospital, which I seriously considered because I was just so uncomfortable. And I was saying to Dave while I was standing, I could, talk. And I was like, I forgot how much this hurts. It's been like a month. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot this hurts so much.
Which is, it's only been a month.
I know.
But the thing for me, it's like, because I'm not feeling any of it, right? I can't really. The pain on Wemi's face is basically once a crisis kind of gets to a certain point, I would say it's like a 5. Wemi has a pain scale. She has 2 pain scales: normal pain scale and then sickle cell crisis pain scale. And if it gets to a 5 on the sickle cell pain scale, then everything's just the same to me. Like, she just doesn't want to talk to me. Her eyes are in clear pain, and she does the clenched fist, and just kind of, she has some tells. And I'm like, now I can't tell. I can't tell if anything between a 5 and a 9, they're all the same to me, kind of thing, right? And so, like, I don't know what to offer, and when it got there that quickly, usually in many of the recent ones, it's been a little bit slower. Like, it's been the 1, and then the 2, and then a 3, and then a 4, and then a 5. And it's just like, okay, you know what, Wemi, this has been creeping up for a while. Yeah. It clearly is still coming. Let's get, let's take care of it. Let's go to the hospital. This one, it was just like, I kind of feel something might happen to, and it's like, what?
It was so quick.
So so for me, I'm just like, we gotta go, like, no option, like, but
Oh, and honestly, all I wanted was just, I'm like, let's wait for the morphine to kick in. If it doesn't do anything, I'm down to go. And thankfully, it did something when it did kick in.
It's an interesting thing, though, too, is like, if it's quick to hit you, is it quick to leave all the time? Because, would you take that? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think you get the choice anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it's like, if it's slow to come, is it slow to leave? Because most of the times,
because I feel like, because if it's slow to come, then you take longer to realize that your body's blood is backing up versus just, we have a blockage in one place.
Yeah. And aisle 3.
Yeah, aisle 3 clean up, and it's like, okay, we can attack aisle 3 and be done with it versus, I think aisle 1's backing up, aisle 2 might be backing up, and then you're like, oh my gosh, you gotta clean all of them now.
Yeah. It's fair.
Great analogy. Anyways, the exciting thing is we're going to see baby today, so yay, my little yawner. Hopefully he yawns for us again today, or does something funny. I don't know what else he could do. What else did they do?
I don't want to record again today. I don't want to get yelled at.
I see. So no pictures for you guys. That's what that means.
We'll see. I'll still try, but it's like Wemi expects a lot out of me in that setting that's out of my comfort zone. Yeah. I'm not a rule breaker, guys. I'm not a rule breaker.
An update yesterday after our appointment because it got dark and then I got sick, but not sickle cell sick, more like puking out my guts sick.
Food poisoning, not necessarily food poisoning, but just ate something nasty.
Yeah. To be honest, I really think it might have been the glucose drink.
Could be, absolutely. Yeah. That's something your body wasn't used to, that's for sure. Everything else, seemed
Yeah.
Semi-normal.
Yeah. But anyways, we saw our little guy, as you guys saw. He is weighing in at a whopping 2.11 pounds.
Why are you telling me? I know.
I'm just making sure that was accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's doing all right in there. So I was like, whoa, so I'm not just, big for no reason. He's a big kid.
You're not even that big. You're so silly sometimes, guys.
But that's all good. What else happened?
Not much. Most of the appointments were kind of fairly just mission as she goes, steady as she goes.
Yeah.
After I was a little worried that. See, actually, this was one thing I forgot to tell you. So, Wemi had a bit of a crisis the night before we went to the doctor, and I was like, oh no, doctors don't like it when Wemi has crises, and with good reason. So then when you tell them, or when we tell them, if you're just like, one of the questions is, when's the last time you had a crisis? So Wemi was like, last night. And that's all you say. So then the doctors, in their mind, you don't know where they jump to it. But then I'm glad our doctor actually asked, so how many morphine did you take?
Yeah.
And because it was just the one, so it's not, that's, oh, okay. So it was, relatively speaking, a minor crisis.
Yeah.
And so that's
easily manageable.
Yeah. So that was reassuring, because without them asking that question, it's just another crisis that counts in the category of going towards transfusions or whatever. So I'm like, let me give them information. Tell them what happened. And I feel like a dink whenever they ask a question, they ask a question, Wemi answers, and then I'm like, actually, I'd like to add, whatever, and they're just like, who the hell are you? I'm sure, it's not like she's, incoherent or anything.
Yeah.
They're just like, what are you guys, I don't know, trying, why is she not saying this or whatever? I just feel like an idiot. So I'm just like, just tell them. Tell the doctors everything.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, but she asked the good questions, so
that was nice. As we said, ultrasound went well. This is the start of our bi-weekly checkups on baby to make sure that baby passes all the tests that he's supposed to pass, and he passed them all. He got an 8 out of 8. Go, kid.
That was an 8 out of 8 on breathing.
No.
I thought it was, because there was the other things that he said. Because I know you said the 8 out of 8, but that was just in a small section. There were many other tests.
Fetal breathing was somewhere else.
He also passed.
It was an actual role for fetal breathing.
Okay, so what was the 8 out of 8?
Yeah, it was everything. It was
that was not everything.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Go ahead.
It was, guys.
So you think, get the picture out. You think it said overall score?
Yeah.
Okay.
I take pictures of my results just so that I have them easily accessible as well. And if you have an appointment in somewhere or whatever. BPP. Fetal breathing is right above it.
Right.
And that was a 2.
But
so that's what I'm trying to tell you. So fetal breathing was a 2. Amniotic fluid, volume was a 2.
Yeah.
Fetal movement was a 2. Fetal tone was a 2. That's 4 2s. What do you know? That's 8.
Right. Yeah, but that's not everything that they were then there was also the other things that they were checking.
What?
The his size and his weight and all his measurements.
Sure, but that's his measurements. But then there's him, how he's doing, and that was the 8 out of 8. Passed his tests.
Okay.
His well-being. See, well-being, 8 out of 8.
Sure, his well-being.
Yeah.
Great. That again, that's not overall, because his size matters. Because if he was, half the size. Anyway, he did well. It's all good. Everything's good, which is great. Just waiting on the glucose test.
Yep. I tried to minimize my sugars the day before, but I didn't do a very good job, so I don't know how that's going to go.
But honestly,
it does affect it.
But that's if he's developing gestational diabetes, I want that known. I don't want you tricking the test.
But you can't, if it's there, you can't trick it.
Right.
But you can increase the number unnecessarily.
Sure. Okay. So you're just worried about changing. Worried about having to do the follow-up test.
Yes, I don't want to do the follow-up test.
Right. Okay. Because you're not going to trick them into thinking he will or thinking he won't.
You can trick. They can, because what happens is if it's high.
Actual.
Oh, actual. Sure. If it's high, they do a follow-up test, and then that gives the real results.
Right.
But I don't want to do the follow-up test because it's much longer.
But it's like because isn't it just the same thing? You just wait longer.
I think you drink, and they do different. More. Yeah. It's just I don't know. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, like the night before, I had a piece of cake. I had a piece of chocolate chip cookie.
Too?
Before you came home, yeah.
God, you're fatty.
I had a piece of the chocolate chip cookie that you brought home.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had.
I spoiled you.
Then we had the pizzas, and we had.
Pizza doesn't have sugar in it.
It's carbs. Carbs change into sugar. Carbs count, yeah. I am good, but Ice wants one strawberry.
Cool.
Yeah, carbs change into sugar.
Is it
so
here?
It's on that side.
On this side?
Yes, on this side, but
Is it here? It's not.
No. But anyways, so as I was saying, guys, it all went well. I'll get my glucose results Monday or Tuesday.
Here?
Yeah.
Isn't this the one that we couldn't actually find?
Yeah, but it's there.
Okay.
I saw it the last time we came. I'm gonna get some froyo, guys, because I really want froyo. And today I'm going for a massage with my fellow bump buddy, Candace. So David's gonna hang out with the dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Just Mark and Jacob. Why'd you go up there?
I don't know where I'm going. Oh.
Along the buildings?
I was parking. I was parking right there.
Yeah, so Dave's gonna hang out with Mark and little boy Jacob, and Candace and I are gonna go for a little prenatal massage. So I think they're inside Papa's. We're home, guys. Didn't really record at the spa because it was a very quiet, private kind of spa, so couldn't really record there without being awkward. But we're home. It was a good day. It was a nice little massage. There was a facial as well. I'm not really a fan of facials because I don't let people mess with my face. Two things I don't let people touch is my face and my hair. I've got to really know you and really know what you're doing and what you're using and all that for me to let you touch my face and my hair. But I was like, whatever. Let's go with it for today. That was all right. How was your day with the boys?
Good times, good times. We're just hanging out, teaching fist bumps.
I see.
High fives. Yep.
I see. He's watching TV.
Billy Madison. Just waiting.
For what?
For you to come to bed.
I've been laying here silently for 30 minutes.
That's what she says.
Really?
I'm just teasing.
Want to tell them what really happened?
Yeah, the PlayStation's broken. No, I didn't want to because I wanted to forget about it. I was trying to...
His PlayStation's broken and he's moping about it.
No, I'm not moping. I'm angry. I'm trying not to let that get to you.
I see. Well, that was how the day went for me. Really not much else to share about that.